Valve is selling the ever-loving crap out of the Steam machine, apparently. It's been sitting at number 2 on Steam's top sellers, and that's number 2, not in hardware, by the way. That's number 2 on the Steam store overall, and that chart includes games. The only thing beating it is Counter-Strike. And at the same time, Valve literally cannot get its hands on enough parts to build more of them, and they can't afford to make it cheaper. Let's digest that for just a second, because that is absolutely insane. Now, here's who we're talking about here. Steam reportedly made Valve more money in the first half of 2026 than it made in all of 2020. $11 billion in 6 months. That's not a company that needs to squeeze you. In fact, this is arguably the richest per employee company in gaming, and they could still not hold the price that they wanted on their own hardware. Now, by the end of this video, I hope that you understand something. I hope you understand why every console that you're planning to buy is about to cost way more than you think, and who's actually to blame for it. Spoiler, it's not who the internet's been blaming for years. Okay, let's start with what just came out, because this is crazy. Reports estimate the Steam machine is selling between 12 and 15,000 units per week. Now listen, that's not an official number because Valve, Gabe don't be sharing real numbers. They don't have to do anything, by the way. This is analysts reverse engineering it from the Steam top sellers chart because that chart ranks by revenue. So let's do a little bit of math, shall we? 12,000 units a week at a minimum of $1,049 each. That's over $12.5 million a week in hardware on a game store. That's why it's been sitting at number 2 behind only Counter-Strike 2, a game that prints around 20 million a week off of case keys. What are you guys doing? Stop buying those things. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you run that pace out, the Steam machine is actually slower to 1 million units than the Steam Deck, which sounds like a fail until you remember one very important thing. The Steam Deck had 0 supply constraints. Valve could build as many as people wanted. The Steam machine, on the other hand, can't be built fast enough, which means that this thing isn't pacing slower because no one wants it because demand's lower. It might be pacing slower because Valve physically cannot make more of them. I mean, this thing has literally been the hottest selling product that Valve has ever had. Could have been, I guess. So why can't they make more? Why? Well, I think you know the answer. I know I do. It all comes back to memory. The Steam machine was reportedly supposed to launch at around $750. That's a pretty good price point for what you get. And it launched at $1,049. And that, by the way, is the entry model. That's $300 of we couldn't get RAM. By the way, this isn't speculating because Valve said on the record just this week that they could not secure long-term contracts for memory. The suppliers, they don't need Valve. Why would they? AI data centers are buying up memory supply years in advance at whatever price it takes to get it done. You want to know how bad it got? The Steam machine ships with 1 stick of RAM, 1 single channel memory in a gaming PC in 2026. And I get it, because our freaking Steamroller that we sell at META PCs, we had to do a stick too. I get it, Valve, same boat. And it's not because us or Valve doesn't know better. It's because that's the compromise that let the product exist at all. And Valve's own warning is that it gets worse from here. Retail prices lag bulk supply pricing by up to 6 months. So it just means that the prices that you're seeing on the shelves right now, you're feeling the old pain. The new prices haven't even landed yet. Gabe Newell owns a literal fleet of ships, and his company got outbid on RAM. What are we doing here? Now, this is where the story hits a little different for me. I run a pre-built PC company, META PCs, as you guys know. And usually when PC pricing goes up, we're the first ones to get clowned on. It's just the way it is. Nobody wants to value service or support or the hours of build and test time. At least the customer who shops purely on price does. Typically, they don't care. They buy from the biggest company with the lowest sticker. They don't really care about components inside. And when you're trying to build a pre-built company that takes care of customers, puts real time into the product, you almost come to an understanding with yourself, of all people, that some people are just never going to buy from you. And you know what? That's totally fine. It's part of why I make content. If you're not going to buy from me, hopefully you can at least walk away with some tips that save you money, whether that's on the META PCs channel or right here on my channel. But here's the turn. For years, when prices went up, the internet always had a middleman to blame. You had the scalpers or the retailers. There was somebody between you and the factory. They had to be skimming, right? Well, Valve just killed that excuse because when the company making $11 billion in 6 months, the company that's famous for aggressive pricing and has no shareholders to please, when they can't hold their own price target, who else do you have to point a finger to? There's literally no middleman left in this story. There's just the bill, the memory bill. Thanks, AI. And look, if you're getting some value out of the guy that sells pre-builts, that's me. The subscribe button is right there. It costs you nothing, which is more than I can say for anything with RAM in it. So click it or not. All right, listen, it does not stop with the Steam machine. Let's talk about the Steam Frame, because I'm actually really excited about this one.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset.
I love the interface. The standalone mode looks freaking awesome. This is a product that I really want to buy. And everything online is saying that the release is imminent. We've got shipping manifests that show over a dozen shipments that are already sitting in US warehouses. Games on the store are getting marked Steam Frame verified. The backend files are all there. I mean, pre-orders could open it any day now. This video could go live and pre-orders could be up. I don't know. But you know what we haven't heard? It kind of scares me a little bit. A price. We haven't heard a peep. Does it sound familiar? Because that's the exact playbook from the Steam Machine launch. Remember, there was silence on price until the last second because the price was still literally moving up until launch. I believe that. And now let's zoom out because this is bigger than even Valve. Nintendo announced the Switch 2 goes up to $499 on September 1st. It's a price increase on a console mid-generation. When has that ever happened or been the direction? PlayStation 6 leaks are saying that the parts alone cost around $960 before assembly, before shipping, and before Sony makes a dime. People are throwing around launch prices that are north of $1,000 on a PS6. And you know what? Here's the thing about consoles. Sony and Microsoft have historically sold hardware at a loss, right? We all know this. They do it on purpose. They eat the hit and they make it back on games and subscriptions. That's the whole model. That's how they make money. But that model floor only works when the floor is low enough that they can subsidize it. And the floor has crept so freaking high that no amount of eating losses gets you back to the prices that we're used to paying. If the parts alone cost $960, $499 is not happening, not even at a loss. So yeah, I guess this isn't even really a Steam Machine story. The Steam Machine is just the first place regular people could kind of see it clearly. The best-selling box on Steam right now is basically a warning label at this point. And it says this: the era of cheap gaming hardware didn't end because companies got greedy. It ended because every company you buy from is now getting outbid by data centers. And there's nothing they can do about it. The entire market is screwed. And for once, it's nobody in the room's fault. So here's my question for you guys. What's your number? What is the price where you just don't buy the next console or the next GPU and you walk away? Let me know down below. Also, how much is a Steam Frame gonna cost? Let's start guessing because it's launching pretty soon. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I post these every week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we'll see you next time.